So, but I want to welcome you to today's broadcast. I want to welcome you to today's broadcast. This is Sarah Nutritional Therapy, Sairnt, Sarant. Almost sounds like Saint. Could be Saint. Spell check always tries to get it for Saint, but it's Sarant, Sairnt. Stands for Sarah Nutritional Therapy, or Sugar Addiction is Real Nutritional Therapy. I'm your host, Teresa T.L. Matthew. I am the founder of Some Foods, the maker of Some Sweet, which is the most spectacular sweetener that there is on the market. Also, founder of this practice and this broadcast, right? So, I want to welcome you to today's show. I'm going to ask that you just like, comment, subscribe, hit me up in the chat. And I do apologize because sometimes some of the chat messages come through. They should all come through. Sometimes they come through and I can see them over here. And sometimes they don't. And I don't know, when someone has sent me a message. So I do apologize. After the fact, I go and I scour around to the different places to see the messages, but sometimes they come through and sometimes they do not. So, but I just want to, just to let you all know that. And then also just, please just go ahead, go over to the YouTube channel and follow me over there. That is SAIRNT on YouTube. And also we're streaming live to Facebook at SAIRNT, and to Twitter at Some Sweet Foods, and Instagram at Some Sweet Foods. So in those places that you will be able to catch the live stream, and then you can also catch the rebroadcast. That's just the audio portion on any platform that you listen to podcasts on. I want to also remind you to, if you don't know what your risk is for type 2 diabetes, again, go over to the American Diabetes Association and take their quiz over there. So we were supposed to have a guest today, but unfortunately, I think I mentioned it to you all yesterday that the guest, we rescheduled for a later date, so she will be joining us on a future date. Okay, and I think that is it for the housekeeping. Oh yeah, if you want to get Some Sweet, you can go over to SUMSWEET.com and you can get the sweetener there. It is available over there. It will be coming to a grocery store. Depends on where you live at. If this grocery store is in your market, it will be coming to your area. Let's see, what else can I share with you all for today? I'm going to do some news and information here. Again, there was a recall I mentioned yesterday, so check out yesterday's broadcast if you want to get information on that recall. And then also still want to remind you all to go and sign the petition. You can find that from one of last week's broadcasts at the credit reporting Consumer Reports, a petition towards the FDA to increase regulation on herbs and spices, because they're finding a lot of heavy metals in those spices, and that can be toxic for us. Okay, it can be very bad for us, So on to today's topic. I want to try and get through this without choking. So I'm going to remind us to drink, that we should be drinking water. I'm not trying to show any particular brand, but four bottles per day. And look, I can't see myself, so I don't even know if I'm in the screen or not like this. So it's like, because I can't share screens anymore, which is really unfortunate. I can't split my screen anymore, and I can't share screens with you guys so you can see some of the things that I'm looking at, which is really unfortunate. So I'll be glad when they bring that back to this particular platform, while I'm still looking for some other streaming services. But for now, I'm working with what I have, right? So I can't really see myself, and I don't know if I'm frozen, and I might not even be on the screen when I'm reading my notes and things for me to even see your chat. So I try and jump back and forth. But again, I don't know what it is. At this time of day, the computer just really, really wants to freeze. It just gives me the blues. So, I shut everything down to get ready for you all, but still, wow, it just wants to do that. But nonetheless, what we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about 20 foods that have the most vitamin C. I think I was trying to like maybe try and go over this yesterday. I had it up for one of the topics that I wanted to cover yesterday, but I think I just went on just with the oil. We're going to talk about 20 foods that have the most vitamin C. And of course, we know the first thing, so we got 20 here. We might try and cover all 20. We might go over 20, but at least at minimum. All right, so let's see. So, and I wish I could share the screen with you all for you all to see that. I think I might just have to just pull open the app and then just show it to you all. Oh my goodness, somebody's outside. Somebody's outside. And he is doing his job. Yes, he is doing his job. Can you hear him? Yes, he is. Okay, so, but we're going to talk about 20 foods that have the most vitamin C. We're in that season where, you know, we want to get as much vitamin C as possible because, you know, it's an essential nutrient for our immune systems and for our body and tissue maintenance, and it has a host of benefits. There's lots of benefits for vitamin C. Even keeps your skin looking nice and young. Yes. So it should always be a part of your diet. And it's recommended that women consume 70 milligrams of vitamin C per day and 96 milligrams for men. And so, you know, and it's also an antioxidant. And so we want to look at some foods that are very high in vitamin C. And of course, I know everybody is already there in their minds with the higher choices for vitamin C, and everybody mindset oranges, right? And lemons and limes. So we already know some of our familiar citrus fruit. But what about this? Acerola cherries. Now, these little cherries, I used to buy the powder form of this for vitamin C. So, yeah, I got the powdered form of this because I never was able to find like the actual cherry, but I would get this in a powdered form. So this is also known as the Barbados cherry, West Indian cherries, you know, so, or wild crepe myrtles. So that's other names that they're known for. But they have high levels of vitamin C. So they have high levels of vitamin C. So they contain about 1,600 milligrams of vitamin C per 100 grams of these little cherries. And they actually look like little red bell peppers. I mean, you know, because they're not just like round in shape. They're like, they got little, you know, humps and bumps and curves. They look like mini bell peppers actually, but they're called Acerola cherries or Barbados cherries or West Indian cherries or wild crepe myrtles. Okay. And they have 1,600 milligrams of vitamin C per 100 grams. And they also have vitamin A and B vitamins and multiple other antioxidants. So that is a good little thing to have. And again, like I said, I found them dried in a powder form. That's what I found them. But they actually look like little bell peppers. Yeah, which is exactly what they look like. And they are sweet. And they have that same citrusy kind of taste. At least the powder did that I had. All right. The next on the list would be bell peppers. Now I just said those cherries look like bell peppers, right? Look like a red bell pepper. Well, that's the next thing on the list. Bell peppers. Now, not all bell peppers are created equal, They're all packed with vitamin C, but in dramatically different levels based on the color. So green peppers have 95 milligrams each of vitamin C, because that's what we're talking about. Red peppers have 152 milligrams, but yellow peppers easily take the crown with an astonishing 341 milligrams. So isn't that, I mean, wow. Yellow has 341 milligrams in them. So that's really awesome. So you'd want to, get the yellow ones if you're really trying to amp up um, amp up your vitamin C. Yellow bell peppers are the way to go. So, and I'm trying to pull up my screen here. How they ripen, because they're all the same pepper, right? There's no different. It's just the ripeness of them. So that's what makes the difference. Because there's really no, the vitamin C. Yeah, the vitamin C um is oh, my hand is itching. But the vitamin C is higher in the yellow ones, but the ripening of the bell peppers is what's the difference. So um green is the final stage of them, I do believe. Yeah. Oh, let me see. No, I got that wrong. Green is not the final stage. So, um, bell peppers, much like ripening jalapeno peppers, but the ripening of sweet bell peppers happens in stages. So the fruit changes from green to another color, often red, and then it's possible to ripen. So yeah, so it goes from green to red to yellow. So the final stage is when it's yellow. So that's the um, or orange. Yeah, because they didn't mention orange, did they, for the level? But yeah, so that's just, it's the same fruit. It's, I mean, or the same pepper, right? So it starts out green, and it turns red, and then it turns yellow or orange. While, you know, yeah. So while, like while it's on the vine or whatever. So, but it's the same pepper. It's just different stage of ripening, and I didn't know that. And you can buy the bag of well, where I shop. So we often get the bell peppers with the multicolors. So it would be red, yellow, and orange is the ones that we often buy. Cause I honestly, I don't like the taste of green bell peppers. I like the taste, same pepper. I like the taste of them when they're in the different colors. Like I actually honestly like the orange a lot better. Right? I like the orange a lot better. But so there you have it. 92 milligrams in the green, 152 in the red, and the yellow, 341 milligrams of vitamin C. All right, next, black currants. Now, I'm not sure what a currant is. It looks like a little cherry, but you only need half a cup of black currant, and you'll get 101 milligrams of vitamin C, and that's going to meet or exceed your daily requirement. Just a half a cup. Half a cup. And remember how much we said that you need? How much you need as women? We need 70 milligrams of vitamin C per day, and men need 96 milligrams. So a half cup of black currants will exceed what you need for vitamin C. Matter of fact, if you eat a whole bell pepper, right, a whole green one is going to exceed it, what everybody needs. And so a couple slivers of bell pepper, and you're good to go. But anyway, so the black currant, so a half cup of black currant is going to give you your everything all the vitamin C that you need, 101 milligrams of vitamin C. right? And these are tart little berries, they say. So, and something like that that's tart would probably make a really, really, really good jam or jelly or preserve. Do y'all know what preserves are? Y'all know what preserves are? Oh man, anybody out there know how to can? I need to have you come on and walk us through a session of canning. I'm out of the screen. Walk us through a session of canning because, yeah, I wish I really knew how to can. My grandmother used to can, and so I grew up eating, like um, canned fruit. They call it canning, but it's in a jar. So I grew up eating the canned fruit. Yum yum yum. But yeah, those berries look like they would make something great for canning. Um, let's see, what is the next one? Let's try and get through this quickly. If my computer screen will let me. On to a vegetable. How about a veggie? Broccoli. Did you know broccoli? Huh. 1 cup of broccoli. 1 cup provides more than 100 milligrams of vitamin C, which meets and exceeds your daily recommendations for both men and women. So next time when you have a cold or you're trying to get that, you don't have to get the chicken soup. You don't have to have chicken noodle soup. You can have uh, broccoli cheddar soup or some kind of cream of broccoli soup. Broccoli, yes, will give you what you need. How about this one? Brussels sprouts. So I don't know about y'all. Y'all might have hated Brussels sprouts when you were young. I didn't like them. They always seem kind of bitter. But now that I'm older, I can stand them. I can palate them, the taste of them. So yeah. So, but Brussels sprouts. So they are a great source of vitamin C. In fact, 1/2 cup of broccoli has roughly the same amount of vitamin C as the same serving of Brussels sprouts. Sprouts about 50 milligrams. So, but the Brussels sprouts also have fiber, potassium, and vitamins A and K. So Brussels sprouts, and we need that fiber, so Brussels sprouts are a great source of that. Now the fiber in broccoli, I don't know what we can do with that, you know. What can we do with the fiber in broccoli? But yeah, but that's about 1/2 cup of broccoli and 1/2 cup of Brussels sprouts. They has 50 milligrams of vitamin C. Next, cantaloupe. Do you all like cantaloupe? Mm, I don't. I was gonna say, let me think about it. No, I don't. It's a musk melon, like a musty taste of kind of melon. So I really don't care for cantaloupe, but doesn't mean that you don't. Because if you love it, if you like it, I love it. So cantaloupe is sometimes cast aside. It doesn't really make its way into any fruit salads or anything like that. It's actually, it's good for you. So 1 cup of cut or balled cantaloupe has 65 milligrams of vitamin C, which is, pretty close to all you need for the day. It also fulfills your vitamin A requirements, and it's packed with some potassium. So it's a great source for all of them. So, you know, I might have to give cantaloupe another shot. I haven't had it in a long time. So I might have to give it another shot, see if I can stand the taste of it these days. But cantaloupe, 65 milligrams of vitamin C. Now here's everybody's keto favorite here and low carb favorite, cauliflower. So there you go, cauliflower. It 1 cup of cauliflower provides more than 50 milligrams of vitamin C. So there you go. Cauliflower is filled with vitamin C. So if you have 1 cup, and I know if you're doing keto, you're probably doing way more than 1 cup because you're using it in everything from cauliflower rice to pizza crust. So, yeah, so you're getting your good fair share of cauliflower. But you know what I did find out? I actually like mashed cauliflower. If you haven't tried it, it's really, really good. Mashed cauliflower. It mashes up. Doesn't taste like a potato. Doesn't necessarily have the same complete texture as a potato. It's a little bit looser, a little bit more runny, But it's still made a great substitute for potato if you're looking for that. So, but 50 milligrams of vitamin C in a half cup. I'm sorry, in a cup. So the next one you all can have, because I won't, and that's chili peppers. No, thank you. Red hot chili peppers. So yeah, they're full of they're a great source of vitamin C. Green chili peppers have even more vitamin C, a staggering 109 milligrams per pepper compared to the red variety, which has 65 milligrams. And if I'm not mistaken, the red variety is way hotter than the green variety. But I don't know, cause hey, but chili peppers. Okay, yeah, have at it, you guys. That won't be me. All right. Next one is another fruit, and it's guava. So guava, it's a bona fide superfood. It boasts numerous antioxidants as well as copper, folic acid, manganese, potassium, and vitamins A and C. And it's not just a bit of vitamin C. One guava possesses 125 milligrams of vitamin C. Yes, there you have it. Guava. 125 milligrams of vitamin C in one guava. And everybody's latest favorite, kale. So, 1 cup of kale contains about as much vitamin C as an orange. And there aren't any other similarities between the two foods other than that. Oranges are sweet and delicious right off the tree, and kale is, hey, it could be bitter. And, you got to use some other foods to cover up that taste, but it's a great source of vitamin C. And you can sneak it into a smoothie if you like, but it's a great source of vitamin C. The next one is kiwis. So kiwis, very small fruit, but they have a big dose of vitamin C. So one kiwi has about 64 milligrams of vitamin C. Which is nearly the entire daily requirement for women and 2/3 of the requirement for men. So, and kiwis also, they're good because they help with digestion thanks to their fiber content. You know where that fiber is coming from? Them little black seeds on the inside. If y'all know me, y'all know I can't deal with the gritty, crunchy. No, so I don't like kiwis just because and they taste like bananas to me. But those little seeds inside, now that's not hidden for me. But is a great source of fiber. So there you go. Kiwis, 64 milligrams of vitamin C in a kiwi and a great source of fiber. There you go. Now lemons. I know we already said that right off the rip. We knew that lemons were a great source of vitamin C. So one whole lemon contains 83 milligrams of vitamin C, which is about all you need for the day. For women, again, it's 75, and men is higher. So but I don't know who gonna eat the entire lemon, with the peels and everything. So I don't know who's gonna do that, but you can just drink the juice, and you can get some benefit. But so it's about 42 milligrams per half cup of lemon juice. Yeah, because you would have to eat the entire lemon to get that 83 milligrams. But if you just squeeze it and get a half cup of juice out of there, which is probably about what you're going to get out of the lemon, is about a half cup of juice, then yeah, you can get 42 milligrams of vitamin C. Now this one, or lychee. I've heard of this with Asian foods and things like that. So, but lychee. So that's apparently it's something you can add to your smoothies, juice or salad. You can even make jelly out of it. But it has about 7 milligrams of vitamin C, And it's small, looks sort of like a cherry, so it's kind of small. But they also, it has a big stone inside of it, you know, or that big stone would probably be the seed that's inside of it. So you could easily, you know, you pop the seed out and just put them, you know, like in a bowl. You could easily eat a half cup of these, you know. So one of them's got about 7 milligrams, but you could easily eat a half cup serving of these when you pop that seed out and just, you know, eat them just like that. Which, if you do like a half cup, you're going to get probably about 68 milligrams of vitamin C. So you're going to get plenty of vitamin C out of them, but you just can't eat just one of them. You need to eat multiple of them, a half cup serving size worth of them. And again, like I said, they're about like cherry size, grape size, something like that. So, and the next one would be mango. So, I don't know about you. I like mango. Matter of fact, you know, oh, I don't even have it with me. I ate some freeze dried mangoes. When I say that fruit is nature's candy, it really is. I am so excited, you guys, because I have a freeze dryer coming, and I'm going to be making all kinds of freeze dried fruit because when you freeze dry it, you can eat it just like candy, right? So at least I can. And I mean, not that I'm saying I'm trying to eat candy, but just can you imagine just being able to eat, just being able to pick up your apple and your mango and just eat it just like that and just, you know, nosh on it, and you're getting your fruit, and you're getting your fruit, you know, you're getting the fiber, you're getting, you know, all of the benefit of it at the same time, you know, from its dried state. So yeah, I'm going to start with that. I can't wait till I get that, and then I'll share it with you all. But yeah, that's nature's candy, and it's so delicious, right? But oh, I didn't tell you how much it has in there. So a whole mango has roughly 122 milligrams of vitamin C, which means you can just, it's got that big old seed in the middle, but I mean, since we know it's got that big seed in the middle, you take one side of it and you split the other side with somebody else, and you will get, I'm sorry you guys, I didn't turn it off. You take one half and you split, you know, you take one half of the seed, give somebody else the other half, and you got your, you know, what you need for your vitamin C for the day. So split half with you, half with your friend or family member, and you get all the vitamin C that you need for the day. Not only that, it contains both potassium and magnesium, and so there you go, one whole mango, and they're priced relatively well at the grocery stores. And so, of course, we knew oranges. We said that off the flip, but so I didn't. Let me tell you how much is in there. So the average orange contains 70 milligrams, and an 8-ounce glass of orange juice has more than 100 milligrams of vitamin C. So we already knew oranges, lemons, limes, all that. We already knew that, but just so you know how much vitamin C is in there, 70 milligrams in an average size orange, and an 8-ounce glass of orange juice has more than 100 milligrams. But remember, I don't recommend that you just drink the juice itself, because why? Because the juice, just drinking the juice by itself, is already, you know, you need all the rest of it, the fiber, the pulp, and all of that stuff. So go for the whole orange itself, and then just, you know, if you have to, just do 2 oranges, you know. All right. Papaya is the next thing. So it's a tropical fruit, and papaya, it packs a punch with vitamin C, because 1 cup of papaya has 87 milligrams of vitamin C, and that's, you know, one day's worth for women, um, and for men. So one small papaya features about 3 grams of fiber per fruit. So there you go. Great source of fiber and a great source of vitamin C. Peas. Peas are an excellent source of vitamin C, specifically the sugar snap peas. Now, Well, I'm pretty sure a lot of people like that. I'm not a big pea fan, but sugar snap peas and snow peas, you can expect to get about 60 milligrams of vitamin C per cup of either of them. So there's a snack out that I've seen out there of these of the peas, like dried, the pods dried. So look, just imagine you can eat a cup of those and you would end up getting 60 milligrams of vitamin C. So that's a great snack. All right, and potatoes. So potatoes, you know, they're not just empty calories. Um, when you deep fry them, of course, you're adding the empty calories. But I did tell you yesterday of some oils that work very well if you're going to fry something, that you can opt for those oils that will have some added benefit. But the potatoes themselves, they do contain fiber, potassium, B6, and about 42 milligrams of vitamin C. And that's like in a medium sized potato. So that's just, if you're going to eat them, at least you know what it contains. Nuts. If you're watching your blood sugar and you are, you're on a low carb regimen, you probably won't be eating potatoes. But I know that a lot of people are and that do. So I'm not going to throw them off the list. I'm going to let you know what they contain, but also remind you to watch them because they're very high in starch, and reminds you that you can cook them in a fashion. If you cook them and let them cool and then you eat them later in either cold, like at a potato salad, or you eat them again after you reheat them at a later time, you build up that resistant starch in them, which is actually better for you. Okay? But potatoes, they have 42 milligrams of vitamin C in one medium sized potato. And rose hip, finally, the last thing. Now, rose hip. So these are, you can find them, made into cakes, pies, jams, and syrups. They're sweet and tangy. They're an excellent source of vitamin C. They have four, they're about the size of a grape, so about 4 or 5 of them will provide you with your daily requirements. But you can actually eat rose hips, which is, and a lot of people, like I have rose water, and I use rose water that is, I use rose water that is distilled, right? So it comes from like a distillation process, because it's drinkable, so it's actually something that you would drink. And so, you know but rose hips, so that's a great source of vitamin C for those people having um, who don't mind having things like that. You can also use them for tea. um, you know um, you could use it for tea. There's rosehip tea and things like that. So yeah, so you could get that, and you can rose hips, and you can get them dried, and you can make a tea out of them. And again, like I said, people would put them in cakes and things like that. So there you have it, rose hips. So, and is it a part of the flower? Yes, it is. It is a part of the rose flower. It's just below the petals, and it contains the rose plant seeds. So it might be something that's first blooms. I don't know exactly comes how it comes on the vine, but it would be something probably that first blooms. So because it has the seeds in it, so there are many small edible seeds, and it's a good source of nutrients. So rose hips, just in case we didn't know what they were. So you can try them, and again, like I said, they can make a great you can make a great tea out of them. People use them in cakes, pies, jams, syrups, things like that, and they're sweet and tangy. So I imagine they might have a little floral taste, but nobody's mentioning that, which is the reason why I know that people from different cultures, depending on where you are, they like the floral taste, because like I said, I have distilled rose water that is the drinking kind, that is the drinking rose water, and also have distilled orange blossom water, which is the same thing. It's the flowers from the oranges, and it's distilled as well. So they both have a very floral taste to them, of course, because they come from flowers, right? So, but there you have it. That is your sources of vitamin C. So, what do you think about that? Let me check. What do you think about that? Those are great sources for vitamin C. And again, like I said, it's that time of the year where we would want to get additional vitamin C into our system, because it is cold and flu season, and we're still in the midst of they on certain of these platforms, they like to block you and cut you off, and mess with you when you say that C word. But we're still in the midst of that. What is it? Y'all know what I'm talking about. COVID. I'm just say it. Forget them. COVID. So we're still in the midst of that, and you would want to help to keep your immune system up, keep your immune system high, and again, because I've told us before that things that compromise our immune system, like eating sugar, how it lowers our immune system. So you would not want to drink orange juice. So there were several things on this list that didn't have any sugar in them at all. I think what we mentioned, lots of fruits, but there were also lots of veggies that were mentioned that will help you to get your dose of vitamin C to help keep your immune system strong. So you could eat a half a bell pepper. That's a great source. Um, Again, the potatoes, the peas, broccoli, flour, all great sources for vitamin C. Also the peppers, if you're into if you the chili peppers, you know, kale. So these are all great sources, vegetables that are full of vitamin C that you can use, that you can eat instead of just running for the glass of OJ when you're trying to help build your immune system. In fact, some of us, um, we don't need that anyway. So try the vegetables. I forgot Brussels sprouts as well. So and if I didn't say it, I'll say it again. Broccoli. So, but those are great sources of vitamin C, and you don't necessarily have to have something sweet. You could have something savory and still get your vitamin C. I mean, you can actually build your meal out of vitamin C. See, it's very easy. Chop up you some bell peppers, put it in your chicken or your whatever it is you're having. Have some mashed cauliflower with the side with the side of broccoli or Brussels sprouts. Look at that. A whole meal of vitamin C right there, just done for you, just like that. All right. Well, I appreciate you all tuning in today and joining me. Just want to let share the broadcast with a friend or a family member. Let them know, let them tune in as well. If you like this type of content, go ahead, give me a thumbs up. Follow me on, go and subscribe over on YouTube. That way you can be notified every time when I go live. You could just, the live thing will come up, and then you can join me and you'll know that I'm going live. Also the same thing on Facebook as well. So you can find me at YouTube at SAIRNT. Yes, SAIRNT on YouTube, on Facebook, right? SAIRNT, and here at the Habs app, SAIRNT. You can also find me on Twitter at Some Sweet Foods and Instagram at Some Sweet Foods. And you can get the rebroadcast of this on any podcast platform that you listen to. How about that? That's really great. So thank you all for tuning in and joining me today. Again, if you want to get a hold of the sweetener, that is Some Sweet, you can go over to SUMSWEET.com, go to somesweet.com, and you can get the sweetener from there. All right. Well, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got something out of today's broadcast. And again, share it with your friend. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. It helps. And we're trying to get in sync with this algorithm and all the various platforms that we're on. Appreciate you all so much. Until next time. Oh, I'm not even there on the screen. I can't even see. I'm not going to be able to turn it off. Yeah. But until next time, I want to wish you all peace and blessings. Bye-bye.